And as always, we're going to be looking for accurate context, good risk management, and always exercising good patience.
Everybody who's traded has gone through periods of time where their strategy hasn't worked.
Where if not a hard stop, you should reevaluate the trades you're in based on time.
That's what we're here for, is to put ourselves in the best success. A trading routine does that, builds that habit, lets you know what to work on, what to reflect on, and what to improve on the next day.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Market Reflection. I always feel like I have to speak that very softly. The Market Reflection. Today is Wednesday, January the 11th. My name is John Hoagland. Thanks for trusting me with your time as usual. An interesting trading day today. Equities closing higher. Mini S&P is approximately up 47 points at 1.2%. The NASDAQ up 186 points at 1.6%. And the Dow lagging behind, up 235 points, 0.7%. Again, those are unofficial. They're a little likely to be a little bit different. Crude oil closes up $2.29 today, 77.41 settlement, up 3%. Even after crude stocks in the U.S. increased by an almost 11 million barrels last week. Isn't that supply? Shouldn't it go the other way? But price went the other way. So buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation, or sell the rumor, buy the news situation, it seems. The Fed's Collins says he's okay with 25 to 50 basis point increase in interest rates at the February meeting. He says that would be reasonable at the next FOMC meeting. Of course, data dependent, of course. Make sure you hit the lucky like button, share, comment, question, feedback. Heckling and love are always welcome on the Market Reflection. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you get notified when we do go live. Makes me feel like I want to do like a Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy, or Daily Affirmation. Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy. It takes a big man to cry, but it takes an even bigger man to laugh at that man. Just a joke, just a joke. That's actually not mine. It's Jack Handy, if you remember those from Saturday Night Live. He was a little bit of a goofy mood today, but that's all right. It's the Market Reflection. Markets are closed. Take a deep breath. Take a look at what's going on. See what happened today. And who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. We know we are expecting the CPI numbers tomorrow, as well as the jobless claims. Every week we get the jobless claims, but that CPI number is looming large in the minds of a lot of traders and investors. It's going to be a fun day for us tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Right. Good afternoon, Spencer. Thank you very much for joining me for Make Hoag Money today. It was a interesting day, good conversation, good views at the markets, and we ended up with a lot more risk than reward than we ended up having, but we knew we were probably a little bit long. I was just really trying to I don't want to say prove. I just wanted to really feel as though I was confident in being long for that range extension at the end of the day, which we do get to start tomorrow with a late spike. Who knows if that's going to matter with the CPI numbers tomorrow. But again, thank you very much, Spence. George, good afternoon. Dan Trader, Vince, just got off Delta Airlines. I hope you were not trying to fly today. What a nightmare that was for everybody. Airlines have been really having a rough time, right? Mike Fries, good morning, or good afternoon, I should say. Good afternoon, JM. Phil, Delta Divergence. Pay attention when those are around. Rooster got whacked this morning, but made some back into the close. After last week, a couple of losing days should be expected. Can I suggest something for you, Rooster? Don't expect losing days. When I expect losing days, I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to trade. I'll accept losing days, but I try not to expect them. Yes, Alejandro, that was a good trade. Our location could have been better, but the market did actually do what I thought it might with that delta divergence at the end of the day there. Yep. Bill, good afternoon. Rooster, back in step two, and be back in step 2 tomorrow if things don't play out. Well, you're closer. It's a process. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. Like I said, if it takes a big man to cry, and it takes an even bigger man to laugh at that man. No, it's just a joke. I don't actually mean that. But it's all about, like Greg is saying here, it's all about the process. Good process, you can expect profitable days. We can accept losing days. We should expect profitable days. Greg, it is good to see you. Good to see you. Travis, good to see you as well. Greg, I haven't seen you for a while. How are you? Rooster, no, it's no problem, Rooster. We've in the 30 years I've been here, I've been up and down and all around. And I understand what it means to take losses and even lose an account. It's happened to me. It happens to everybody, I think, that ventures into trading. So Greg's advice, you got good process. You can expect profitable days. Fresh year ahead of us. Yeah, hey, you like my my sweater, huh? It's very cozy. I like the big collar on it because I can get myself all nice and cozy. Although in Chicago here, Greg, it's 51 degrees today. It's been unseasonably warm all week, which is nice. It lets me get outside and walk the dog a little bit without getting all bundled up. But I'm sure you've probably been experiencing a little different weather. I don't know if you got any of all that snow, but I know you're a big skier. Hopefully you're getting your opportunities out there on the slopes. Every business has expenses. Trading is no different. It's the rally jacket. Well, I don't know what I'm going to wear tomorrow. API or CPI coming out. Anything can happen, right? Day 20 out there today. Nice, Greg. Nice. Huh. I don't know about that. If there is any truth to that, let me know, because we can all use it, right? If that's the case, dude, I am wearing this every day for the next 15 years. Greg, I'm glad you're getting out there, getting some skiing in. I'm hoping trading is going well for you. I haven't talked about that in a little while, but hopefully things are going well for you. We had an interesting trading day today. I know you're probably well aware we had a late spike yesterday that ended up being an important nuance towards upside momentum today. And another late spike here today. Let's take a look. So I'm going to start with the crude oil. We'll just start top left, going clockwise. So crude, well, we're in rollover. We got a big move up to the weekly kickoff high, which was, to be precise, 77.80. Went 4 ticks through it, even after a big boost in crude stocks here in the U.S. in the last week. The market goes the other direction. What a world we live in, right? We're kind of looking at a bear flag here. Did the bear flag break to the upside? No, it did not. Price came up to an important inflection level of weekly kickoff high, 77.80. Went 4 ticks through it and then just found balance. So we're going to have that reference, that inflection level of weekly kickoff high, hopefully to give us opportunities to limit risk tomorrow. Okay, so we did have delta divergence here in crude oil as well. Does that mean longer-term buyers came in and brought this market up to this level? I was so looking forward to seeing crude down at 70, seeing that the White House put in the floor there. About a month ago, they said we're going to start buying crude oil at $70 to refill the strategic petroleum reserve. Yeah, I would have never said that. I would have never. You tipped your hand. You can't do that. We would have been able to take advantage of it, but if you had to be quick. We haven't had much time down there. Take a look at the E-mini S&Ps. Okay, so breaking out of balance. Greg, what is it that we do upon acceptance of breaking out of balance? We go with the breakout, which we tried to do on Monday. We got stiffly rejected. A move higher and a late spike yesterday gave us the opportunity to use that information to our advantage today. Here's the 30-minute. Here's the late spike yesterday. We actually had a late spike to the downside on Monday, which was rejected. Nuance 1, nuance 2, late spike, nuance 3, can't close the gap. So there's always nuances in both directions, but I think that the ruling reasons today were those 3 nuances, and it did play out for us. Again, now we've got a late spike here, the end of the day today. Here's that gap we were talking about. I think this is a little bit off as far as where it's supposed to be, but I'll fix that. But weekly kickoff high, 39.90. 3 ticks through it before the close here. But again, we've got a late spike to look at tomorrow. Take a look at this on the TPO chart. Late spike, no gap close, continuation, late spike. Late spike. What's that mean? Well, we'll check it out tomorrow, see where the market's going to open after that CPI number. Got a late spike here in the NASDAQ as well. Finally, we get a breakout above weekly kickoff high, which is well lower technically than the weekly kickoff high in the S&Ps, which is up here in this bar. We had not closed above this, so now we've got some potential move. Again, what do we do when we break out? We go with the breakout, which we should be doing. And tomorrow, of course, everything can change. Anything can happen. ACH. We all know that that is one of our acronyms here. ACH. Anything can happen. So here's the TPO chart. Nice late spike here in the NASI. Little late spike there. Little late spike there. And a big late spike up here. Maybe this is going to show us that we've gotten a little bit too long. Maybe this is telling us that shorts were getting out. What about the negative delta? Again, not till the end of the day here, but negative delta nonetheless. Gold. Digestion. Expansion. Dun, dun, dun. 30. Value is kind of largely the same. We looked at these levels down here, the Monday low, the Monday to Tuesday low as potential opportunities for longs. Got pretty deep there, but it did recover and come back into value for the last 3 days. Gold is in rollover, about 2 weeks away, so keep that in mind when you're using volume and open interest in your studies. The euro, very similar, 30-minute chart. Value actually moved higher where gold moved lower, but watch the dollar tomorrow. Dollar tomorrow is probably going to be key to a continuation or failure of both of these markets, gold and the euro. No real overnight inventory, nothing really remarkable about this, just value moving higher. 10-year, testing weekly kickoff high after the close, but yet again, These weekly kickoff levels we're expecting longer time frame traders to think about adjusting inventory in and around those levels. Volume was pretty low. We kind of expected a little bit lower volume with the CPI coming out tomorrow. Here's the range. Repair, basically. We repaired to the value low from yesterday, tried to repair to the value high from 2 days ago. We got there, but not until after the close. Would you call this a late spike? It's after the 2 o'clock close. Not a lot of volume in it, though. And for the natural gas, overlapping the lower range, largely range bound. Little expansion maybe here. See, here's yesterday's range. Here's today's range. Value lower, but exceeding the regular trading hour, exceeding the regular trading hour range on both ends. The market is meandering. It is auctioning. It is trying to find a level where two-sided trade can continue to improve. Where's the volume going to be? So, good trading day today, I think. Hopefully you were able to find some opportunities and some good ones. And what else do we got going on? Well, tomorrow is the early session of Make Hogue Money. Greg, I know you're probably either going to be working, skiing, or trading, but Make Hogue Money, join us. I will put the link in for tomorrow's Make Hogue Money, and it's the early session. It's at 8:20 approximately. Hang on, let me make sure I got the right one here. Yeah, it starts about 8:20, right after the market prep, and you guys give me trade ideas. And we vote and we take them. So join us, Greg. Love to have you talk. I take a couple of people that want to talk and I make you panelists. So you're going to be able to speak. You're going to be able to share your charts. You're going to be able to talk about what you're doing, what you're thinking. We'll take a look. We'll vote and we trade them. So maybe we'll see it tomorrow. That would be good. Late spike into the close. Haggle Matter. Yep. The late spike saved you today. Well, I'm glad that you were able to take advantage of that. S&P is off to see the wizard. Well, I don't know. But all I can say is pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The wise and powerful Oz. All right. I think that's about... No, a couple of cool things in history. On January 11th, 1964, the Surgeon General Luther Terry reported that there was a link between smoking and cancer. It was a Saturday, and so he released it on a Saturday so as to limit its effects on the stock market. That's how important tobacco was in 1964, that they were worried about it affecting the stock market. Crazy. You see all those old cigarette ads like, 9 out of 10 doctors who smoke Camel. Yeah, sure. 1935, on this date, the first flight of its kind, American aviator Amelia Earhart departs Wheeler Field in Honolulu and flies all the way to California, mainland U.S. 1908, on this date, Theodore Roosevelt makes the Grand Canyon a national monument. 1973, the American League adopts the designated hitter rule. 1989, President Reagan gives his farewell address. And in music, a couple of cool things. 1967, on this date, Jimi Hendrix Experience recorded Purple Haze in London. 1964, Louie Louie by the Kingsmen was the number one song on the U.S. Charts. 1964, Ring of Fire, the best of Johnny Cash, became the first album when Billboard debuted their country album chart. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire. As far as birthdays are concerned, 1971 and today is Mary J. Blige's birthday. We have, hang on, Naomi Judd's birthday is today. Naomi Judd. There's another one here, I thought. Lee Ritenour, American jazz guitarist. He was 16, played on his first recording session with the Mamas and the Papas. He played on Pink Floyd's The Wall, Run Like Hell. That was the song he was on. He played with a lot of artists: Carly Simon, Art Garfunkel, Glenn Campbell, Roberta Flack. Pretty good resume there. And all right, on that note, let's call this a session. Yeah. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow morning on the forecast, 7:45, same bat time, same bat channel. Greg, it's good to see you. Let's chat soon. And blessings to you all. Make sure you say a prayer for world peace. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. See you in the morning.